Hey there everyone, happy Friday. This is Joni with Weathered Wings and I am here with a fun project. I hope you are all doing well. Let me know where you're watching from and what you're up to today, okay? Let me refresh my page. Put on some glasses. My internet has really been slow today. So what I have here, let's see if I can get myself like that, because you don't need to see me. All right, so what I have today, y'all, is I got a little bit of everything. Y'all know I like a little bit of everything. So I have this panel, this wood panel. Now this is from Amy Howard. Amy Howard at Home. She has these really nice wood panels. This is huge, and I will put links in after the video in case you want to get anything. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to paint it with DIY paint, which is a clay-based paint. Covers anything. And why am I not seeing myself? This is my page, correct? There I am. All right, y'all, I don't know. I feel silly today for some reason. I'm stuck. Hey, Laura. Why am I stuck? That stinks. Anyway, click the refresh button and if I'm stuck, you know, sometimes get out and come back in. But I am using this beautiful green aviary color. And I'm not quite sure, y'all, what I want to do with the frame part. So I'm just going to do this first, and then it'll hit me. It'll hit me what I need to do with the frame. So things come to me as I create. You know, I've heard, I don't know who said it, who has that saying, creativity comes from creating. I think it's something like that. Anyway, and it's so true, y'all, because as I'm creating, things come to me like, oh, I want to do that or this. So I'm just gonna give this a coat of paint. Be patient. I've got to paint, and I'm gonna do 2 coats. Now, do y'all see how I'm doing straight along the edge? I'm just bracing down on my brush. Okay. Look here, I've got my brush at an angle, but I'm pressing it down till it flattens out. You see that? It flattens out. And then you can normally just go straight up next to the edge. And you can do the same going the other way. You don't have to do that, whatever way works best for you, but that's how I kind of get a straight edge. And plus I'm gonna be painting the frame, so I'm not worried too much about getting it perfect, okay? Because I will come back. And normally, well, not normally, I was gonna say you could take this off if you wanted to. Sometimes I do more, it's more messy when I tape things. So what are y'all doing this Friday? Let me know. It is hot. And I did not turn the air on down here in my basement, so I'll probably be very shiny here in a minute. I forget to turn it on. I'm so sorry I keep freezing. I'm not sure why, unless, you know, we've had a lot of rain, and sometimes it messes with the lines. But if you'll just refresh and come back, or, you know, if you don't have patience like me, the replay will always work. So, because I'm showing fine on my end, so I'm really sorry. I mean, on my end, I've seen fine, so I don't know. But I'm just painting real quick anyway, just painting this wood panel. Again, from Amy Howard at Home. She has these really nice wood. I think this is like 20 by 20 maybe. It's big. It's big. It's So I'm just gonna get, and I don't care again if I get some on the little frame because I'm gonna repaint that, and I'm not sure what color. I'm thinking gold, I'm thinking white, but as soon as I get finished, it'll hit me. But isn't this green beautiful? I love this color green. And again, it's Aviary by DIY. So I saw this on, what I'm gonna do today, y'all, I saw it on a t-shirt. And I was gonna try to do a t-shirt, but I only had a white t-shirt. And what I'm gonna do looks better on a colored t-shirt. So I thought, well, I'll just do it on this board. But of course, now I'm gonna be using embossing medium, and of course you cannot use that on a shirt. So I'm making a wall piece, and then later I'll do a t-shirt. Okay. I am going to do 2 coats just because this is raw wood, but it won't take me as long to do the second coat because I won't have to be as careful around the edges. I should have just, well, not that I should have, because some people like to watch the painting, y'all, but I could have painted this before I came on, but I remembered I hadn't sent an email, and so if you're not getting my emails, you can sign up for this, even if you don't want the resin information, you don't have to download it, but you can click that and at least sign up for my VIP list, because that's where I send, you know, any information about any, you know, workshops I'm gonna do, sales that are only available to the people that are on my email list. So that's where all the good stuff happens. And I also, you know, email projects that you might have missed. I get questions all the time about tutorials. Where is this tutorial? Because I don't think Facebook shows. They don't show everything. I don't know what has changed so much with Facebook, but it has changed. It has changed. So I've been listening to, am I still frozen here? Okay, Kay says I'm fine. Hey, Kay. Kay is crafting, yes. Laura is sitting with Douglas. Tomorrow, Douglas. That's a she? Douglas is a she? 92 years old? How wonderful. Yeah, let me know about that little cloche little thing, Laura, because that was the cutest thing, and I think it was only $9.99. So if you can't find one, I'll be glad to get it and send it to you. I thought about you when I saw it, and I almost bought one. There was 2 of them. I said, well, should I get one of those? Because it would be pretty just to display, even if I made something with a mold or something, you know, it would be really cute. I'm talking about a little cloche I found at, I think that's how you say it, at Home Goods, and it had a really pretty gold base to it, and then just a glass little top, and it was, Laura has a really pretty stone that she was given, and she wanted to display it somehow, and I saw that, and I thought that would just be perfect for that. So I had to take my mom to the dentist yesterday, and so she's like an hour away. So I look for a podcast. I love to listen to podcasts. I usually am listening to some kind of business podcast to help me with my business. But I love true crime podcasts. And so normally I just listen to Dateline, NBC, but I feel like I have heard all of them. So there was a new one called Scamanda. Have y'all heard of that? Scamanda. Her name's Amanda. It's about a girl named Amanda, but she pulls off this most elaborate scam, and so it's called Scamanda. But she, and I don't know what happened to her. Okay, Laura. Y'all, she fakes having cancer. She starts a blog. I mean, it is the wildest thing. The links that she went to for this scam. And I'm thinking, if you would have done something legit, you would have been so successful. But let me know if you have heard of that. I don't even remember where she was from. I'm just in season 1 and I've been listening to it, and so it's just really got me intrigued. Oh, Marjorie. Oh, that's cool. Her name is Marjorie and she goes by Douglas. How fun. That's fun. All right, let me, oh shoot. I'm going to have to use my, no, yeah. I'm just going to use my hair dryer so I won't have to run and get my heat gun. Just a little bit. I need to know what size this is. Well, if you like true crime or just any kind of stories like that, it's a good one. And what happened was this investigator received an email about this woman. I've got gold leaf laying everywhere. You see how much lighter this paint dries? So it'll dry lighter, and then when you put a top coat on it, it comes back to the darker color. Hey, Belle. Like a chalkboard. You know, it would make a great chalkboard. And speaking of chalkboard, you know this paint, you can use this paint and make a chalkboard. So you can have any color chalkboard you want. I was about to say, I did a blue one. I don't know what I did with it. I did a blue one, but it takes about 4 coats of the DIY paint, and you paint 1 coat horizontal, 1 vertical, 1 horizontal, 1 vertical, and then you prime it, and it's good to go. It's an awesome, this paint is awesome for that. So you don't have to buy the chalkboard paint, and I used to buy that and make chalkboards all the time. But you can do it and have fun colored chalkboards. I think a green chalkboard would actually be really pretty. I wish I'd thought of that. But I have another one of these. I keep losing y'all. Let me see if I can get you back. But I have another one of these. Hey, Meg. Hey. Well, Belle, you're not late. I just started, and all I'm doing is painting, putting a base coat on here. We're going to be using a stencil and with some embossing medium, and then a stamp with some paint. And like I said, this was kind of, I saw this on a t-shirt. And I thought, that's so pretty. I would love to do a t-shirt. Well, I didn't have any t-shirts except for white. And this, the stencil is a dandelion. And you know, those always look good in white. So I thought, well, I'll just, of course you wouldn't do embossing medium on a t-shirt. But I thought, well, I will make a piece of art with it. Now, usually when I do a second coat of paint, especially with chalk paint, I like to spritz it. It just helps the paint move better. You get a smoother finish. Not so much choppy, you know, lines here and there. But we're gonna cover most of this up anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I've got gold leaf. I'm just gonna paint over it. That flew on here. So I got this, like I said, this is an Amy Howard board. And I thought that I could use some of her mesh stencils for this, but they weren't the same size. And then, so I'm using a Mutteritaville stencil. I will put that link in here. Let me just do that right now. Hey Meg. Hey Tony. Hey Della. Hot, huh? Yeah, it is so hot. Let me see if I have that link. Yeah. So also, you'll see it in just a minute. And that link will get you 10% off too. So I've cut it up because I'm gonna put a stamp on it with some words. Using the swoosh stamp. It's my favorite one for the letters. They are big, y'all. Stamp. Those swoosh, the cursive letters are big. Take up a lot of room. So I had to cut the stencil because I was like, I don't have enough room for all of it. I got one more little bit to get paint on. Okay. I got all of them dropping off over here. Alright, I love that color green. Yep, I hit the frame. That's okay. I don't know, if you're just popping on, I don't know what color I'm doing the frame. I'm thinking probably white or with some gold. I don't know quite yet. I just don't know. To wait and see how I like what I'm doing. So nobody is listening to Scamanda? Okay. Let me get this. Alright, I'm gonna put that up actually. Hey Yvonne! Uh-oh, I just saw some gold leaf. Don't fly over here. Hey T! How goes it? Yvonne, how was your trip? I'm so jealous. Are you still in Ireland? I did get a little. If you've ever used gold leaf, I don't know if you can, it's kind of like glitter. It just gets everywhere and you can't get away from it. Alright, gotta get it dry, y'all, sorry. Is there any questions? Air feels good though coming up from the hairdryer. For some reason it's cooler air coming up than going out. It's weird. So when I dry my hair, y'all, I have to turn, after I dry it, I have to turn the cool air on to cool myself down from drying my hair. probably good. But you see it dries fast. So that's why I use this paint a lot on videos, because I can dry it really fast. So, and again, it dries lighter than what it will be when I finish. Well, I'm not going to put a top coat on it today because I'm going to have to let my embossing medium dry. So, let me show you the stencil, or what's left of it. I cut it up. But it is, I love their stencils. They're really thick. And it was a pretty good, I mean, it was about this size of the frame. It's a big stencil, and I love it. And so I've got the link in there. I'm not sure, I'm sure the name of it is something to do with, what's this called again? I said it, dandelions. So anyway, I'm gonna put this down, and let me make sure, oh my gosh, y'all, it's got gold leaf everywhere. Hold on, let me blow that off if I can. I did some gold leaf. I don't remember what I did, but it's everywhere. Now, at home, if y'all do this, I would just make sure this is dry, really good and dry. I know y'all don't want to sit here and watch me dry paint. So let's see what we got. Oh, you went to Wimbledon? Ah, that's so awesome. That is so awesome. How fun. I have a friend that tries to go to some, but she goes to New York, so I didn't know it was in Ireland. That's so cool. All right, so here's what we're going to do, y'all. All right, so I'm going to put the stencil. Now, I've cut it up because this is where my words are going to go, okay, with the swoosh stamp. So, like, this is where my J is going to go for just breathe. That's what I'm going to put on here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do this part first. I haven't really thought it out good, y'all. So, I've got my embossing medium here. Now, let me think about this a minute, though. Let me think just a minute, because my word just comes all the way kind of, I'm trying to think if I want to cut this a little bit. I'm just going to go with it. I'll just go with it. All right, so I've got this down. Let's see. Do I want to tape it a little bit? Most of the time, I think I'll just tape it. Most of the time, I use some kind of repositional adhesive that's not a permanent adhesive. The one I love is called Easy Tack, but I cannot find that anymore. I used to get it at Michael's. So what I use now, I get at Hobby Lobby in the fabric department, and it's just like a basting spray. But anyway, when you're stenciling, it's nice to have it down so it's not going to move. Okay, why is this not coming up? So let's see if I can. I don't really want to tape the paint, but I will see if I can at least tape it down. What is about these nails, but they just will not. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to tape that, but just very lightly on the paint, because my paint's not totally, it's not totally dry, of course. All right, let's see if we can work with this. Do one more. Let's see if there are any questions while I'm here at this point. Hairdresser taught you. Yeah, I've heard that too, Laura. I use it not to cool my hair off, but to cool myself. It's like I dry my hair and then I feel like I'm sweating. And my head's so hot, and so I'll turn that cool on and just go, it feels so good. All right, so I've got my embossing medium here, which is kind of, wait, is that me? Oh, okay. which is, it's just a paste. It's like a modeling paste. It's really nice and smooth. And so I'm just going to use, I'll just use this. You can use anything just to spread it. Now, the more you put down, the more it's going to, you know, be raised. The more 3D-ish it's going to be. So I'm just going to lightly rub it over. You could also just stencil it with paint if that's, you know, what you like to do, just paint. I always like to do a kind of a 3D effect. I like it to be raised. I like texture. I haven't done this in a while. When I was thinking about this project, I was thinking that my stencil was an Amy Howard mesh stencil. And I was like, wait a minute, that is not mesh. I've got so much stuff here, y'all, but it's just like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to be easy and not lift it. And I also cut this. Oh shoot. You want it to stay down nice because you don't want it to get up underneath the stencil and mess with the design. So get a little bit of it down first, and then you can come back on top if you need more. I'm sorry, everybody says I'm freezing, so I don't know. I'm not freezing on my end. I'm not sure what's going on. But it's okay, you know, come back and watch the replay. I know that's frustrating. I wouldn't want to sit there and watch that. So come back and watch the replay, or just, you can keep refreshing, but I know it's frustrating. And I don't know what to do about it on my end because I don't see anything going on. But what I was saying was I cut up some of these little wispy parts so I can add them in some other areas. Now with a t-shirt, I would just do this with, you know, just paint or some kind of permanent ink, IOD ink. Well, no, not with this. I wouldn't use ink for this. I keep getting it confused with my stamp that I'm about to use. Again, this is like a modeling paste. It dries hard, so I will have to, when we pull this off, I'll have to wait for it to dry, and it'll dry hard. You could also use something like a joint compound. It's not as smooth as this, but it still works. You could also mix this with paint if you wanted to give it a different color. You could mix it with a making powder, which I've done a lot. Some of these pigment powders by DIY, all you have to do is mix it in the embossing medium and you do the same thing. Y'all may have seen me do it. I've done it plenty of times. And it's really, really, really cool. But this, you want it to be white. I do anyway, the dandelion. So I just leave it as it is. I'm not gonna do anything else with it. It's already white. It's a good, good color. It'll dry the same color. Kind of marked off some of these, like right here, I marked a line, and I've got an X here and here. That means I'm not going to use those because a letter needs to go there. Make sure I'm... Alright, so I do need to pay attention to where I am and not to put And that link I put in there for Mudderitaville is from this stencil, and that 10% off would work for any stencil. It doesn't have to just be this one. So you don't want to do this fast, kind of do it slow so you won't lift up the stencil unless you spray it. That's what I really should have sprayed it, honestly, to keep it down in place. And that way you wouldn't worry about it. Hope when I pull it up that it doesn't have a bunch underneath. Alright, so I didn't want this one. I only wanted this one to be a little bit, just right here. Probably can't see that it's lifting a little bit, but it is. It lifts just a little bit, and that's not a good thing. I'll try to go soft. Uh-oh, I didn't want that right there. To see what it looks like, but I had a line drawn not to put any there, and I did. So if I have to, I can just touch it up with some paint or something. Let's see. Bit more right here. I can't remember if I needed this. I needed this right here. I can't remember. I'm gonna do it and we'll just see. And then I go back and I look to see if anywhere looks really thin. Right here. Oh, is that a little spot that I missed? I don't see an X, so I'm going to put some on here. You get to where you can't even see the design anymore. Not sure if that was... All right. let's see what we got. Aw, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it unless I just try to come back, but I don't think the replay will be messed up. So I'm going to keep going, hopefully, and then y'all could come back. So I'm going to just pull up. Is it working for anybody? Okay, we'll pull it up this way. All right. Oh, how cool is that? All right, so I need to lay this down somewhere. Hold on. Where do I have? Ugh. Okay, so I have that. So that looks really good. Okay. All right. Now I've got letters, and I have to be able to do this without, now, let me say this. And what I probably should do and may do is let this dry. Okay, you want to let this dry. So you won't risk messing it up, but I'll see if I can go. Okay, so am I not working for anybody? Because if not, oh, Tony's not freezing. Okay. I wonder if it's a Facebook thing. Are you on Facebook or YouTube, Tony? All right, so, and I've got these little extras. Okay, these are what I cut off. So I'm going to add a few, but I will do that after I do the letters. So, now I got to remember where I think I had them.